Okay, let's start today's stream. So regarding this one, what I'm planning to do today. Okay. So I have recently found some interesting tweet about Elixir, this one, and previously described my experience with Elixir in another tweet, and I think it will be nice to just enumerate everything I remember, at least so far. Okay, and discuss with this. Possibly I can also create an txt file, okay, to just show what I know about the Elixir. Okay, so let's start doing this. It will be slightly different stream as usual. So yeah, I have already described some things. So basically what I will do today is to walk through those list items and possibly add some dates when it was started, or some other things, at least if I will be able to find them. Okay, so let's start. But first, let's see the communities. Regarding me, I have started to learn to do something about Elixir from 217, and I liked it language from this time, and one of the most useful sources about everything I need there can be found in Elixir forum. Okay, I don't know what was before Elixir forum, but right now it's one of the most important sources of information regarding the language, regarding the frameworks and libraries. So yeah, I use it from time to time, and I think other developers do too. Okay, so let's see when it was started. Here, I think it was some announcement about some years. Okay. Clear forum. Okay, our first birthday. It was in the February 217. So yeah. Okay. So regarding this one, I believe if it's from February 217, then okay, we have an actual date for it. So instead, I believe it was the 16th of February of 216. Okay, and February 16 of 216. Interesting. The second February is the second month, and the date is 16. Okay. So it has 2, it has 16, and yeah, interesting. Okay, so another thing is okay, possibly launch date. Okay, launch date will be like this. Erlang forum. It was launched previous year. So in 221. Okay. Erlang forum. Launch. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Let's move back. Okay, announcing. Hi everyone. Okay, so it was October 26th of 221. Okay, launch date. It was October 26th of 221. Okay. Languages. I'm not sure what is. So that's my my milestones. Okay, and I think I could also. So let's see, possibly when was the initial release for Erlang. Okay. Okay, what was Thursday? No. Thursday fun and okay. Okay, find out the story behind. Okay, when it was. Okay, in January. Okay, in January. Commit in Elixir repo. Okay, so before it. Do we have something before it? Because I don't know exact. Okay. Okay. So it was December 8th. Erlang became open. Release open source. It release as open source. Okay, in December 8th of 1998. Okay. So regarding other parts, when it was released, possibly we can just do we have something like this? Let's switch to English. Long. I'm not sure the correct date. So let it be 1986. And it was okay. Okay, I think I should. Oh, how to move back? Just appeared, and first appeared in 1986. Okay. And possibly we'll add some proofs. Okay. So this is from Wikipedia. Interesting. Okay, let it be like this. Okay, Elixir from update our first birthday. Okay. Okay, added this thing. Launch data. Forums where. Okay. No. Okay. Let's do it like this. Okay, released it as open source. Possibly interesting. Okay, I have found it by this link, and it was okay. Okay, so for me, one of the most interesting thing for Erlang and one of the most of the major improvements, because I didn't know everything from it. It was a release of the JIT. JIT release. Okay, it was released in the 21st version. Okay. Okay. So what does it mean? It means that the runtime system of Erlang, which powers not only Elixir but other languages that can be compiled into it, the Beam virtual machine, got and JIT improvements. What does it mean? It means that the code runs just faster. So nothing needs to do with it, but just it works much faster. So it depends on the actual code you run on it, but it should run faster, and in some cases it's about 30%, in some cases even more. So I think it's just great improvement. So you needed just to update a version of Erlang and no need to change any code. Well, actually, you could have to change some code if there were some breaking changes, but not much. Okay, and it just ran much faster. And I like this thing, so I would like to highlight this. JIT release. It was May. It was on the 12th of May. May of 2021. Okay, I just waited for this, and I remember how I needed to use some library. Actually, it was a SMTP, generic SMTP server, just to work with SMTP protocol inside Elixir and Erlang 2. I just used it from Elixir, and it depends on Ranch library. So possibly it is already updated. So I waited until Ranch will be updated to a newer version, because there were some difficulties with SSL or something like this. So yeah, and when it was ready, so Ranch maintainer wanted to just create some fix for a version that supports Ranch. Okay, so Gen SMTP would run on this version too. So yeah, I was just waiting until it will be ready, and I was glad to move my email service to this version. And as I remember, my tests run much faster than previously, and I like this. Okay, so okay, also we have some improved JIT release. Okay, release of this one. Source will be what is this? Is our blog, possibly. It's Erlang blog. Okay. Let's just add an extra line. Features will be JIT recompilation. Let's just do something like this. Okay, so it will be JIT recompilation, and code runs faster. Okay, I like this thing. Another thing is just highlighting those things that I actually used. Okay, so improved error messages are just brilliant. Okay. They are more helpful now, and I like it. Did not use it, or at least I didn't know about this. Okay, at least we have it was added to documentation chunks. Okay, so it was it's just documentation chunks. So what does it mean? Let's run some IX, and helper lists. What do we have? Possibly all. Okay, so we have some documentation right now about the Erlang functions too. We recently have had only Elixir things, and about and now we have this thing too. Okay, according to this proposal, it was added to Erlang 2, and I like this. Okay, add the documentation chunk to edoc. P48. Okay. Okay. So it was a nice thing. Okay. I remember how I just told about this thing, and it's very nice thing. It was merged some years ago. Okay, let's add it to code chunks ap 48. 48, yeah. Okay, it was created in January. Okay, 2018, sorry. Okay. Okay, so why I highlight it as a meaningful thing? Because other languages can use this documentation chunk to store own data, to store own documentation. So it's just like a centralized storage for documentation. Okay, so the creator of Elixir created this proposal, and it was merged a little bit later. I think it's very nice thing. Okay. Don't know much about other things. Okay, so and another thing that I wanted to highlight from Erlang, and I have used it for some time, it's persistent term. So what does it mean? We can store it. We can store some arbitrary data inside a persistent term. Okay. So it has been introduced in this version. So basically we can share some data. I think it's stored in the global memory area, and everyone can access it. So it's like a system-wide configuration. I'm using it to cache module registry, module data, and I think it's a very nice thing. Possibly someone can find it useful too. Yes. Okay. So what does it mean? We don't need to copy terms for sending messages. So, and lookups are in constant time. I like this thing. Actually, it was in December 2018. So I will move it a little bit. I will move it here. December 12, December 12, of 2018. Okay. And 1, 2. Release. Okay, I should make it larger. Okay. Okay, so let's look at what we have in Elixir. I have highlighted some things just that I want to highlight. Possibly there will be more, but I would like to highlight those things. Okay, I'm using registry very much. It was created for after some time. Elixir registry. Let's switch to a dark theme. Registry, when it was added. Okay, it was released back in Elixir version 1.4. Okay. Registry module. I like using it because it's very useful for me. At least I'm using it to store some test metadata, and possibly will use this thing to store some information about the dynamic variables. Okay, registry, and it was in January 05. Okay, in 217. Okay. Elixir 1.4 release. So we have a registry, we have syntax coloring, and I think it's also a nice feature to have inside our shell, IX shell. Okay. Interesting. We have 1.13. It also have okay, we have code fragments here. So inside this release, latest one, okay, we have code so I have not used it so much times. Okay, code formatting, it's very nice feature too. Okay, but I did not use it too much times. Hey, this is very nice thing. Have mix install from Elixir 1.12 release. Okay, when it was released in on the May 19th of 2021. May 19, 2021. Okay. Okay. Compiler checks, compiler data constructors. Yeah, I think it's very nice thing. I want to highlight it too. But yeah, it will be above it. And it's our data constructors. Okay. Data constructors was on October, possibly 06, okay, this thing. Okay. Why is this useful? Because our language server protocol can just infer the fields that we have and to warn about the incorrect behavior or incorrect data type or accessing wrong field, and it's just great. So yeah, it speeds up my development very much. Okay, so I like this thing. We have release improvements, and I think releases is one of the most useful things, because it we need to release some versions of our application from time to time, and releases in Erlang world and Elixir 2 was quite difficult thing for some time, and with the appearance of releases, it became easier to work with. Okay, so instead of creating something with custom libraries, we could just generate a release from the Elixir itself, and it's nice. Okay. Runtime. Okay. Okay. Possibly we'll just look at this version. Releases. Yeah. So it was, yeah, some people used distillery for releasing things, and I think releases is more like robust thing, because it's supported by the language itself. Those I had not used distillery, so just used the releases. Also, I have used only releases, so don't know much about the distillery. Okay, it was released on June 24th, okay, of 119. 219. And 11. Release. Just copy the link, paste it here. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure where I started to work with it. Time zone database. Okay. Okay, actually it was inside the stdlib. And it was extracted. Okay. Xunit. It got a better messages in Elixir 1.7. Okay. Okay. I like code formatter very much. I use it almost every time I do something with Elixir, because it's better to have the same code, the same format for the entire code base, and it's easier to work with this code and support it, because you're just used to this format. Okay, and me code formatter. Code formatter was released in. It was released on the January 17, 218. Okay. Elixir 1.6 release. Okay. Okay, just sorting those things. Dynamic supervisors, dev card, AX improvements, and other useful things. I have not used much of them. Break. What about Pry? Okay, I'm not sure that I used Elixir too much at that time. Okay, that's very nice improvements. Okay, possibly I will stop here. Actually, we do have some release information here. It can be used to. Okay. Elixir releases. How did I call it? How did it? What is the name for this thing? Is let me check. Elixir releases timeline. Okay. Let's add this thing too. Okay. So yeah, this we have enumerated only the things that are related to Elixir and Erlang things. So let's switch a little bit to our web applications. Okay, to our Phoenix. Phoenix is I think it's a very interesting framework. I like to read sometimes from its sources, especially when I want to implement something or optimize or do something in another way, and looking for a way how it is implemented and what I can do to implement my own thing. Actually, sometimes I had to look into the application to dig the code, and after some time just to move to the documentation and see that those features are already documented. So yeah, and I didn't need to look at those docs too much. Yeah, and I like this. Okay, so let's see. And Elixir release. Let's see. Let's move to the okay, it's quite outdated. At least possibly we have some newer versions. Few old branches. Okay, let's see. Okay, view more stable branches. Version 1. Interesting. What was the release version? And how can we find about it? I think there will be something inside a readme file. Let's move to the blame. Okay, let's see. I think it's just 8 years ago. Initial commit. Oh, I see it. Let's move to initial commit and see. Okay, so actually initial commit was on the January 214. And commit. So initial commit was on January 18, 114, 2014. Okay. And I think I will just add some things here. Okay. Okay. So initial commit was here. Phoenix framework. Interesting. Elixir programming languages. GitHub. Okay. Let's look about the initial commit for the code. let's blame it a little bit. Yeah, 11 years ago. Let's move to can we move to it? Actually, renamed, include readme. Okay, view file. Okay, and let's limit a little bit. First commit. Okay. Yeah, nice commit. Okay, first commit. Let's see. It was on January. Let's add this thing. First GitHub commit was on the January 9, 2011. Okay. Let it be like this. Okay, Phoenix initial commit. Initial commit. Where it was? Oh. Hey. Where it was? Possibly I have closed it. So yeah. Let's move back to readme.md to blame to this and to initial commit. Just to add some GitHub link, like a proof. Okay. Okay, let's move back. I think what we can do is just to move to a changelog thing. Changelog, bug fixes, enhancements. Okay. Let's start with some easier. Pchx gen aus. Pchx gen aus. Okay. Let's move to it. And okay. Pchx gen aus proposal. So what is this thing? It's a tool or generator for Phoenix applications that allows you to create an identification thing to add the identification thing into your application without extra dependencies, without extra integrations. Just run some code and you have a full-fledged authentication solution. So yeah, actually I have used this solution to create some authentication, to implement it in other languages too. So I think it's great. Okay, it was March. March 24th, 220, 2020, 200. Okay, and GitHub. Actually, it was a link. It was a link at the Elixir forum sometime at that time. So yeah. I remember many users reviewed those changes. Okay, many users did work on those things just to contribute their experience. And okay, and after some time, this proposal was extracted to an extra generator, and now it's inside a Phoenix repo, in the main Phoenix repo. So yeah, it's very nice thing. Let's look at the readme.md and okay, let's move back and go to our blame to see. Initial commit. Okay, so it was created just on the same day. Just on the same day. Okay, March 24th, 2020. Okay, source GitHub. Okay, initial commit for this thing. Okay. Another thing is just self-signed certificates. We can generate those things for the Phoenix just to work with SSL, secure socket layers, at locally. So we can self-sign some certificates and check how it works. Phoenix okay, phx again cert. When it was created, let's see. Okay, I believe it was this day, possibly when it was merged. I have used this thing a couple of times. It was June 29 of 218. Okay. GitHub. Okay, and where is HTTPS? Okay. HTTPS, okay, it seems like this. An exchange log. And okay. It's another thing, which is quite interesting, because what does it mean? We can subscribe or just use this presence to track active users or active people who works with your application. So when it was added, Let's see, just let's play it a little bit. Begin Phoenix presence. Okay. I believe it was the start for this. Okay, in January 2016. In January 27, 16. Okay. 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 Let's look at the Phoenix documentation. Just see what we have here. Directory search, contacts, telemetry. I have extracted it to another thing. Well, actually, it's very nice thing. We can collect some metrics about our application at the runtime, and actually to show them in our live dashboard. Okay, identification, channels. It's very nice thing. Those I have not used them very much. So yeah. Testing, deployment, customer repairs, and some other stuff. Let's move to Phoenix. Interesting about this. Okay. Longer presence channel. Okay. Let's look at our file. It's a little bit updated with some data. Okay, let's see. It's another library which I had looked into or used a little bit before Phoenix Live View. They have been implemented separately and have different architecture, but they were created for a very similar purpose. Let's see. Okay, let's see our initial commit. Initial commit, introduction, and possibly let's add some site, because it's very interesting thing. It's just like Phoenix Live View, but slightly other thing. So Phoenix Live View tries to store some data at the server and just render, just to send some diff to front end, and drop on the other hand just connects. So client connects to the drop, and drop can use something like jQuery on the front end side to get some elements from the page to update them, and yeah. So yeah, it's some example. Okay, so we can do something like this. And okay, we can use some processing, some other things, async tasks and other stuff. So it was very nice thing. Also we can send the logs from our application, possibly it's by IP. Okay. I have replaced last numbers. No. No. It seems about the async tasks. So we can launch a model from server and some other stuff. Oh yeah. We can type something. So I try to type here and it's updated. Oh yeah. We can add some debounce for it and some extra things with some arguments. Okay. So it was very nice to work with, and let's add some. Okay, so we could create some chats and some other stuff. Okay, so we could use many other things and working with some errors. Just kill the processes, debug some other stuff. So yeah, it was very interesting to work with this library. And yeah, and after some time we have got an Phoenix Live View. It's just another approach to track to work with the same problem. I like both approaches. Okay. Initial commit. Let's see. It was just. Let's look at the README file and blame it a little bit. Okay, I believe somewhere here. Possibly it was the initial commit. And okay, possibly it was the first commit. Okay. It was on the November 1st, 2016. Okay. Okay. Production on the Elixir forum. Drop Elixir forum. Where? Okay. It was here. It was on the was on the 14th of January 2016. January 14, 2017. Okay. After some month of development. And Elixir forum. Okay. Okay. I did not use this library for production, but I enjoyed working with it locally. So yeah, let's move to the introduction of Phoenix Live View. And Presentation. Possibly it was... No. When it was... My view project. Okay. It was announced in... Yeah. I remember this keynote. And it was very nice. Not introduction, but an announcement. Okay. Okay, I believe it was somewhere near this date. Okay, I'm not sure. Should I use this date? It's actually day before, or I think this one. Let's see. Phoenix Live View. Announcement. I remember this. Yeah. I remember, yeah, it was spring, and I started to develop something as soon it was available. Announcement, initial release, and then public release. Okay, let's see. So public release was was on March 19, 14, 2019. Okay, first week there. Okay. Okay. So it was almost half a year before it was released. I remember how I waited for this thing, and yeah, it was released. Okay, let's see. Move to readme and okay. I thought we had another release. Okay, let's move and see the initial commit. Okay, I think it was the first thing. Okay, it was on October. Not sure. Latest commit. 0 parents. Possibly it was the first commit. And announcement. Initial release was October 19, 2018. Okay. Actually, I believe it was as I remember, it was not a public repo before this. So yeah. GitHub. It was not a public repo, but nevertheless, it was created a little bit. So initial announcement was before. I'm not sure. So the post was on 12th of September 12th 2018 not 200 2018. Okay, so the post was on the next day, and okay, so possibly you can change this anytime or just add some comments if I'm wrong. Okay, so September, October, March of the next year. Showcase of Phoenix Review projects. I remember it was some kind of competition. Yeah. Phoenix Review competition. Okay. It was this thing. So actually there is some server somewhere that runs all these things. Okay, and I'm not sure when was this thing. Sign in, rules and conduct. Okay, about the context. Okay, so possibly somewhere at this time. And July 2019, the 22nd of July 20. Okay, I believe it was. I believe it was earlier. Okay. Phoenix friendly. Okay. It was a very interesting price. Yeah, it was honor, prestige, kudos, and other things. Okay. So yeah, let's add the date for this thing. For this. Okay. It was on the July 22, 2019. Okay. Elixir. Okay, Elixir form. Yeah. How is it? Okay, it's in lowercase here. Elixir form, Erlang form. What I will do, I will just do something like this. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Let's move to other stuff. Live hooks. Actually, we have some updates in the versions I believe I have slightly outdated version in Elixir Home. Okay, so yeah. Let's look at the blame. Break module docs. Okay. Okay. So basically, I believe it was in some large file. Do we have some deletions here? Okay. I believe it was here. It was here. View. And hooks. Was introduced. So what are the Phoenix Review hooks? It's the way to work with. It's too much data. It's a way to work with JavaScript interoperability. Okay, to call some JavaScript things from the Phoenix. Let's view file and blame it. Blame it a little bit. And hooks. Break module docs. Okay. How to look at the previous version. I want to see the actual date when it was created. Okay. Okay. So this file was not deleted, I believe. It was only changed. It was only changed. And view file. Okay. We believe there will be some diff. Okay. Let's open in the new tab. Am I online? I believe so. Possibly the file is too huge. Okay. Let's look at our blame. And hooks. Break module. Okay, let's move before this change. Hooks. Okay. Now hooks. Let me check. Hooks. Okay. Before update and before destroy hooks. Let's see. Have hooks. Okay. I believe it was created here. JavaScript client specific. Okay. Hooks. Okay. Usage. Why did it change? I remember we have had lots of metadata, so we could just track whether we have added some, we have clicked some value. So did we do something else? Did we push extra button with it? Okay, let's view file and blame. Hooks, work in progress. Okay, these hooks, this view hooks, and other stuff. So let's move here. Okay. So yeah, possibly it was created. It was created somewhere here. So it was in August 8, 20. These hooks. It was August. August 08 2019. Okay, GitHub. Okay. Okay, let's dig into the repo. Okay, file upload. It will be easier. I didn't use it too much, but actually plan to use it in the nearest future. Uploads. Okay. Okay. Let's view this file and actually it was introduced at a conference. Possibly at Elixir Conf. Phoenix live view file loads nonce. Okay. Announcement was let's see. It was on September 2020. It was on September 2020. On 9th of September. Okay. September and 2020. I'm not sure whether it is a correct date, but actually we can just Elixir 2020. We can just yeah, well actually I don't know which one, whether it's US. Okay. And keynotes, keynote, and do we have some schedule here? And okay, Tuesday. Let me check the calendar. Tuesday or Thursday, I believe, because it's Wednesday. Okay, let's move back. 21, 2020, 2020, Thursday, September, Thursday, and so yeah, regarding this one, so it should be near 3 or 4. Okay, Thursday, September, it was 3rd of September. Okay, 3rd of September, so not 9th, but 3rd of September 2020. Okay. 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 Okay, let's move back. September. Okay. So I believe we can find an announcement date for the live view too. Elixir Conf 2019. Okay, keynote, but let's find out the actual date. It was it was in September, from 4th to the 7th. Okay, training days. Okay. Day 1, at 4th of Okay, it's training days. And keynote. Okay. Keynote. I believe it will be here. It was here. So actually it was September. Okay, announcement. Okay. Here, conf 2019. Schedule. So not 12, but 7th. 7. Okay. 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 So let's move back. File uploads, announcement. Okay, it's very nice thing to have, but haven't tried it. Okay. So it's quite a recent one. And sticky live views. Okay. Okay, sticky. Live render. Sticky. Okay. Let's add some blame to it. Let's blame it a little bit. Okay. Sticky. Support. Okay. So yeah. Okay, November. It's quite recent one. November. Okay. Okay. This thing is also quite recent one. There's interop mix. Okay. It was also the part of Elixir Conf. Elixir Conf 2021. Okay. Or some other conference. Do we have? Okay. Okay. And schedule. Do we have a schedule here? Welcome. Register tickets. Okay. Not this. And okay, possibly this one. Hey. Okay, yeah. Actually, it was this talk. The future of full stack. And where is the schedule? Schedule. Launch. Okay. It was on the October 2021. Okay. Okay, it was just announced at October 13, 2021. Okay. Elixir Code 2021 schedule. Let's add. So HX templates was added before. So it was some change. I believe it was introduced in 0.17. Yeah? 0.17. We have another theme. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Moving back to it. So let's see. Do we have some change log here? Okay. We already had HX templates here. Okay. So it was introduced in the 16th version. I remember how I needed to just switch to HX. Thanks. HX template. Okay. Possibly migrations. Migration. And okay. Change log. Okay, possibly we can have it here. HEX. Okay, so breaking changes. Okay, okay. Deprecations. Okay, improve HEX error messages. Okay, it was introduced in this. Okay. Okay. HX templates. Let's add the source of GitHub. Okay. It was August 6, 10, August 10, 2021. Okay. And other thing is live redirect. Live redirect. Okay, when it was added. Okay, live redirect. Live link was removed. Live link. Enhancements. Okay. Okay. Push redirect. When it was added. Fix enhancements. Okay. Okay, I believe it's all. So yeah, when they were added. Follow redirect. Patch. So I believe it's somewhere here. Okay. Link. So what does it mean? It's about 0.5 version. And can we? Let's open it in a new tab. So 0.5. 0.5. Do we have it? I believe yeah. 0.5. Okay. So 0.5 live link was so it was extracted from Phoenix Slave View. Okay, let's move to the previous version. Okay, to this one. And I believe it was somewhere near Phoenix Slave View and live link. Okay, let's blame it a little bit. When it was added, live link. Change live link, updates live link next. Let's move there. Live link. Okay, replace state. Okay. Live link. Do we have a live link here? No. So yeah, basically it's this thing. Basically it's this thing. And live link. Okay. Live link. Let's name it like this. Live link was on May 21, yeah, 2019. GitHub. Okay. Okay. Let's move forward. Because much things. This one will be easier to work. So yeah, we have a section for communities. Okay. Let's add some extra spacings here. Languages. Web development. Okay. Another library is Surface. It's a very nice library. I have not worked with it very much, but I believe it's very nice. Okay, because it was a prototype for HX templates and other stuff, so it introduced more, I think, user friendliness, even more user friendliness to Phoenix Slave View. Okay, Elixir out. Can we init or Elixir? Okay, let's check the initial commit when it was. Okay, it's easier to find if it was new commit. Okay, it was July 19th of 2019 and GitHub source. Okay. Elixir. So what is this thing? It's an admin package for Phoenix. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what it can. Okay, it's only documentation. Do we have some demo here? Okay, we have some demo. And okay, not found. It's a pity. So yeah, so basically it's an admin for our Ecto repos. We have some Phoenix, other Phoenix admins. So it was one of the most recent one. I mean, it was one of the youngest. Okay. Announcement. Announcement. Just I followed a little bit this library and looked into how it was implemented and so on. So I have not used this library. So yeah, can't say anything about it. Here I was able to click through some parts of code and click through the demo. So yeah. Announcement was on 8th of May 8, 2020. Elixir. Okay. Did I copy it? Okay. Copied it. Initial commit. I believe it will be slightly before it. Let's look. Let me check. Let me check. Was okay. 2 years ago. Okay. Okay. Let's add this May and 7 and 2020. Okay. GitHub. Okay. So yeah. Let's call it a day for today. Plan to continue the same thing tomorrow. Okay, at least to feel till the last part. Okay, brilliant. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day or evening. What do you have? Thank you. Bye.